Right, so before we get started then, what I'll talk about is tuning. Obviously standard tuning is, if I go down the strings, it's E, A, D, G, B, E. Those are all going to stay the same, apart from the very top string, the thick E string. What you're going to have to do is get your tuning peg here, turn it down until it's a D note, okay? So, if you're not sure, that's called drop D, because obviously all we've done is drop the E down to a D, and if you pick the open string now, so if I take my hands off, if I pick the top string, it should sound something like this. Okay, so just tune your guitar, until it sounds like that, and then you'll be ready to play this song then. So obviously what we're going to do is start off with the intro, and because we've tuned our guitar down, it makes it a lot easier to play this sort of heavy sound here. Instead of having to do power chords like this, all we're going to be doing for the majority of the song is actually just using one finger and laying it over the frets like that. And this is what the intro will sound like then. Okay, as simple as that then. So to start off with, then, like I said, is one finger. So index finger, lay that down at fret 2 so that you're covering at least strings 6, 5 and 4. So like that. We're going to play this 4 times. We're going to go downwards each time in this kind of pattern. So dun 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 dun. And after I've played it, I go. After I sort of played each note, what I do, I take this part of my hand here. As soon as I've played it, rest it down on the strings, but I'll just stop the note from sounding. So instead of it sounding like this, yeah, it all kind of blends together. It's playing it, put your hand down, twice more, hand down, once more, hand down. So again like this. Yeah, so that's like the kind of pattern we're going to be doing then to start with. From there, slide your finger up to fret 4, and this time we're going to play it 6 times in total. We're going to go once, then stop it, then 5 more times and stop it again. So okay, from there then it's simply taking your finger off. We don't actually need to hold the guitar at all, so just rest your hand at the back. All we're going to do is do that first shape, so downwards 4 times, and then after that we're going to go downwards 6 times. So okay, so that's the intro basically for us there then. I'll put it together and it should sound something like this. Okay, so that's the intro there then. So the next part then is the verse, and there's not really that much guitar in this part. It's not going to be doing those heavy chords again. It's going to be a nice little riff that will just sound like this to start with. Okay, so to start off with then, what we're going to do, put your index finger on fret 4, string number 4. We're going to pick that once, slide up to fret number 6. So that's just, again, picking it once, slide it up, and then while that note's ringing out, you're going to put your middle finger onto fret 7, string number 5, and play that. So yeah, so down, down. Okay, that's the first few notes then, and we're in this position now then, so we've got our middle finger at fret 7 string 5. What we're going to do, take that off, put your index finger on fret number 6 string number 4. We're going to play that once, and then using our ring finger this time, put that onto fret 7 string number 4 and play it again. So okay, put that together. Okay, and if you're wondering why we're using our ring finger, because obviously we could have used our middle finger, that's because if you look at the next part of the tab, we're actually going to use our middle finger to stretch up onto string number 5. So that's why I've used our ring finger. So you'll probably be in this kind of position now then. What we're going to do is take your fingers off, put your middle finger onto fret number 7 string number 5. Going to play that once, and then put your ring finger onto fret 7 string number 4 and play that, and then back to fret number 7 string number 5, and to finish off, taking your fingers off, put your index finger all the way down on fret number 4, on string number 4 and play that. So here we go. Yeah, so it's like do 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 do. Yep, so all together then that first part of the verse will sound like this. Okay, so you know, it can be a little bit tricky at first, but you know, once you've sort of practiced it a bit, you shouldn't have too many problems. If you look at the tab now then, it's updated with the second part of the verse. It starts off exactly the same, so okay, but now then if you look at you know, where we are on the 7th fret, when you put your middle finger onto fret number 7 string 5, we're going to play that twice, and then remember it's down to string number 4, then back to string number 5, and then it's your index finger down to string number 4 fret 4. So yeah, so you hear the da-da. So all we've done there is add in like an extra note, and then all we're going to do then with your index finger is slide down to fret number 2 string 4, play that, and then slide back up to fret number 4 string number 4. So okay, put it all together. Okay, so that's the verse for us there then. So verse B then, it's going to be ever so slightly different. It's actually going to start off the same. So again, that's going to be the slide up and the... Okay, so now we're in that position with your ring finger on fret 7 string 4. We're going to put our middle finger onto fret 7 string number 5. We're going to play that once, and then put your ring finger back onto fret 7 string 4, play that. So like this. Okay, and then from there then we're going to stretch down with our index finger. We're going to put that right down underneath on fret 7 string number 2. We're going to play that, take your other fingers off, and then with your little finger put that on fret number 10 string 2 and play that. So to finish off. Okay, those 4 notes together. Okay, so that part together then. Alright, so that's the first part of verse B. If you just look at the tab again now then, you'll notice it's updated for you, but you know, hopefully you'll notice it's a part that we've just learnt previously, and you know, instead of sort of talking through and you know, telling you where to put your fingers, you should be okay with that now. So just follow it through on the tab then, and this will give you like the end of verse B then. Okay, so as easy as that then, and you know, put those two sections together. That'll give you the complete verse B then, and up next we've got the chorus. Alright, so the chorus then, it's going to be back to those sort of heavy shapes, and it's going to be using the exact same shapes. So index finger, fret number 2, covering the top 3 strings, and what we're going to do is go downwards 8 times on that, slide it up to fret 4, 8 times again, fingers off, 8 times downwards, and then 8 times downwards again. So in total, okay, so basically that's a chorus. Couldn't really get any easier than that. So you know, there's not really much more for me to say about that. Obviously, just remember, you know, we just use this one finger, so make sure you are, you know, pressing down quite firmly. It can hurt your fingers to start with, but you know, you shouldn't have any troubles. And so the interlude then, if you have a look at the tab now then, you'll notice that it's the exact same strumming pattern as the intro was, but all we're going to be doing is moving it to a different chord shape. So to play this chord shape then, index finger, lay that down on fret number 2 so that you're covering strings 3 and 4. Make sure you're not touching string number 5 though, because we want to play that open. And like I said, it's the same strumming pattern that we used in the intro. So it's all down strokes, it's down 4 times like this, yep, and then it's down 6 more times. Okay, so all together then we're going to do that twice, and that'll sound like this. Okay, that's the first part of the interlude. If you have a look at the tab now then, it's going to update for you, and this next part will sound like this. Something like that, okay? And all we're doing there then, put your index finger onto fret number 1, string number 3. We're going to pick that once, and then using our middle finger, hammer on to fret number 2. So basically all that means is pick string number 3, and then while the note's ringing out, take your tip of your middle finger, press down onto string number 3, fret 2. That'll change the pitch, so like this. Okay, and then we're going to let those notes ring out, and while they're ringing out, all we're going to do is play string 2 open, string 1 open, string 2 open, then back up to string 3 at fret 2, and then back down to string number 2 open, so like this. Okay, so put that together with a little hammer on. Okay, and all we're going to do is play that 4 times then. Okay, so that's the interlude there then. Alright, so the outro for the song then. I've broken it up to 2 parts. The first part is actually the same as the intro, so that's going to sound like this. Okay, so that's the first part. If you look at the tab now then, it's changed for you. The start is actually the same, it's only the very end few notes that are going to be different then. So this will sound something like this. Okay, so to start off with again then, index finger on fret 2, so that shape where we're going 4 times downwards. Yep, slide it up to fret 4, 6 times. Okay, and then this is where it gets different then. What we're going to do is slide your finger up 1 fret to fret number 5, so your index finger's at fret 5. I'm going to put my little finger onto fret number 7, string number 5. I'm going to play those top 3 strings. Yep, then slide your index finger down to fret 4, play it again. Okay, from there then, take your little finger off, move your index finger down to string 6, fret number 2, and then put your middle finger onto string number 4, fret number 2. So now you've got string number 5 in the middle. We're going to play that open as well as the other 2 strings, so this time play the top 3 strings again. Okay, and then from there, all your fingers off and just play those 3 strings open. Okay, and all we're going to do is let that ring out, and that takes us to the end of the song. So those 4 notes together then. Okay, so that gives us the outro there then. So I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. It's been quite a quick lesson, but as I said at the start, because we've tuned our guitar down, that makes it really easy for us to just do the simple sort of power chords just with 1 finger. The only other parts really is like the little interlude, that kind of thing in the so hopefully you shouldn't really have too many problems with it. Obviously if you do, let me know, send me a message or leave me a comment.